Odin did not extend a friendly welcome to the witch Gullveig when she came to visit him. In his hall, the High One and many of the other Aesir listened with loathing as she talked of nothing but her love of gold, her lust for gold. They thought that the worlds would be better off without her and angrily seized and tortured her. They riddled her body with spears. Then the Aesir hurled Gullveig onto the fire in the middle of the hall. She was burned to death, but out of the flames she stepped whole and reborn. 3 times the Aesir burned Gullveig's body, and 3 times she lived again. Then, wherever she went, and she went everywhere, into every hall, Gullveig was given another name. The awed Aesir and their servants called her Heidi, the Gleaming One. She was a seer. She enchanted wands of wood and went into trances and cast spells. She was a mistress of evil magic, the delight of every evil woman. When the Vanir heard about how the Aesir had welcomed Gullveig, they were incensed, as the Aesir had been by Gullveig's gold lust. They swore vengeance and began to prepare for war. But there was nothing that escaped Odin. When he sat on his high seat in Valskalof, the Aesir, too, sharpened their spears, polished their shields. Very soon the gods moved against each other, and Odin cast his spear into the host of the Vanir. That was the beginning of the first war in the world. At first the Vanir gained ground. They used spells and reduced the towering walls of Asgard to rubble. But the Aesir fought back and surged forward, and caused no less damage in Vanaheim, the world of the Vanir. For a long time, the battle raged to and fro, and the longer it lasted, the clearer it became that neither side was likely to win. The gods on both sides grew weary of war. Talk and truce seemed better than such turmoil, so the leaders of the Aesir and the Vanir met to discuss terms. They argued about the war's origins and whether the Aesir alone were guilty of causing the war, or whether both sides were entitled to tribute. The end of the discussion was that the Aesir and the Vanir swore to live side by side in peace, and agreed to exchange leaders as proof of their intentions. So 2 leading Vanir, Njord and his son Freyr, made their way to Asgard. Njord's daughter Freya journeyed with them, and so did Kvasir, wisest of the Vanir. The Aesir welcomed and accepted them, much as they disliked the fact that Freyr and Freya were children of Njord by his own sister. They appointed Njord and Freyr as high priests to preside over sacrifices, and Freya would be consecrated as a sacrificial priestess. She soon taught the Aesir all the witchcraft that was well known and common use in Vanaheim. For their part, the Aesir sent the long-legged Honir and the wise Mimir to live in Vanaheim. Honir was well built and handsome, a figure of substance. The Aesir thought that he would make an inevitable leader in war and peace alike. Mimir, like Kvasir, was held to be the second to none in his understanding and wisdom. The Vanir welcomed and accepted them. They at once appointed Honir to be one of their leaders, and Mimir stood at his right hand, always ready with shrewd advice. Together they were unfailing. When Honir separated from Mimir, though things were rather different, standing alone in a council or meeting, and asked for his opinion, Honir's reply was always the same. Well, let the others decide. The Vanir began to suspect that the Aesir had tricked them, and that they had gotten very much the worse in the exchange of leaders. And soon their suspicion turned into outright anger and thoughts of revenge. They seized the wise Mimir and threw him to the ground and hacked off his head. They told one of their messengers to take it back to those who had thoughtfully sent it. Odin and the Aesir. Odin took Mimir's head and cradled it. He smeared it with herbs to preserve it, so that it might never decay. And then the High One sang charms over it, and gave back Mimir's head the power of speech, so its wisdom became Odin's wisdom, many truths unknown to any other being.